Need the Roadcaster at all, or is it recording on your laptop? Great.
Awesome. All right. Well, welcome everyone to another episode of Joe Knows. I'm here with Brandon Buddy from Office Evolution in Troy, Michigan, and we are going to talk about what Office Evolution has to offer.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, Office Evolution, it's a franchise co-working product, executive offices. There's about 85 locations nationwide, and we cater to small businesses, teams of 1 to 4, solo entrepreneurs, people that just need to get out of their house, people that need a productive workspace. So we have everything from private office space to office space that's just for day use. You can rent a fully staged office for 1 hour if need be, or for the whole day from $20 to $90 a day, $20 an hour. So for this person that likes to just stack appointments, maybe 2 days out of the month, we have a solution for that. Then we have 3 different conference rooms for small, medium, and large, type meeting areas. If you ever need to hold a meeting, I got guys that are booking up our large conference room in September for fantasy football draft.
Oh, yes. Nice.
But then we also got brokers, real estate people, booking conference rooms to close that next deal.
What is the maximum amount of people in the largest room?
16 people in our large conference room. And then we have 4 different flavors of layout for those tables to be arranged.
Okay.
So it could be a lecture style layout, executive boardroom layout, team table layout, or a special layout for focusing energy towards the whiteboards in the room.
Okay. Yeah. For those of you that don't know about Office Evolution, I think it's a great spot. I've been here a few times for different events, and for myself personally, using the podcast room, using a room when I was stranded for an hour and needed some time. So I got a question for us. Can title companies and mortgage lenders use these spaces as their legally required brick and mortar office?
Generally, yes. You sound like an expert that knows exactly which check boxes need to be checked, but we try to cater to that. We definitely have HIPAA compliancy with our internet and our hardwire connections in all these private offices. Bring in any specific requirements that you need, but basically with a private office, you get branding, you get your name on the door. There is a directory on the 3rd floor. Once you come off the elevator, we can put your office name, number there for directory signage, and then also on the 1st floor as well. Nothing available on the exterior of the building, but we hope to check all those boxes with our full turnkey service, basically.
Yeah. No, I think it's great. I mean, for me personally, before I had my office space, I needed something like this, and that's where I got into getting the spots that I currently have, because especially during COVID. So before COVID, I would meet people at their houses. I would say, hey, you need to sign your documents. I have your documents ready. I would go to their house, sign it. I would make it convenient for them. After COVID, I was like, I can't even meet anybody at a Starbucks anymore.
Right.
Like everything was closed. I'm like, I need a spot. I'm not going to invite people to my house, and they don't want me to come to their house anymore. Right. So I needed a spot. This would have been perfect.
Well, even pre-COVID, what was the stat of small business owners that fail, or small businesses that fail, after startup? It's a high percentage, 80, 90% of small businesses fail in the first 3 years or something like that. I don't know what it is. It was probably worse during COVID.
Oh yeah. Yes.
And, we've this product, Office Evolution, it's a franchise product that's been developed 20 years ago.
Oh,
so it's not even new. It's just, it's having a resurgence, I guess, with the flexibility that users are demanding today. And I've heard people liken it to the Uber of office space. And that's really what we offer. It's pretty much a la carte. So when I take people on a tour, show them the podcast room, show them the private offices, show them the conference rooms, 176 mailboxes for virtual addresses, which we can get into in a little bit, but it's really use what you need. I'm not here to sell you anything that isn't going to help your business grow, because if I can help your business grow, that's going to help me on the back end. And,
Right.
and we're just developing and cultivating a great little business community of like-minded people that want to support each other as well.
Yeah. And the funny thing that you said about that you guys have been around for 20 years, for me, I'm big on tech. And that's one of the main draws of being here is because you guys have the technology and it's a new facility, like it's a newly built out space that it doesn't seem like the brand has been around for that long because it's been updated. You know, you guys, I mean, I don't know if you have any fax machines or not, but
eFax. Yeah. It's a wave of the future.
So
eFax.
I'm just saying, like, I didn't want to like put my foot in my mouth, but yeah, Keith, you got a podcast room here, so you can somebody would mentioned podcast room. We're using the podcast room at Office Evolution. The technology that they have here, there was a power outage recently, and they still had internet. So if you needed to work, you can come here and still use the facility to get your work done, which is a huge benefit. I mean, for me, I was thinking of hooking up a generator, like a standalone generator at our house, because I work from home. And if the power's out, I'm done. I need power to run my business.
Yep.
And so that's a perfect perk.
Yeah, that's happened on 2 occasions. And my wife and business partner, who's not here today, unfortunately, but she had fantastic marketing idea. You know, we have internet. Comcast internet was down. We have AT&T fiber to our suite. So we were helping businesses on the first floor complete transactions, and we're on the 3rd floor of the building and things like that. And business never stops.
Yeah.
So yeah, we did blast out, you know, on social media and said, hey, if you're looking for space, come on in. We also have 15 seats of co-working. So for $149 a month, think of it like a nicer version of Starbucks where you can meet your clients and book conference rooms at member rates.
Yep.
So we have 3 different variations of coffee, from a Keurig machine to an air pop machine that you can bring into a conference room for 16 people, but then also our Crea machine that does lattes, Americano, cappuccino, chai, hot chocolate. So I think my 2 most important things for business is coffee and internet.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
business would stop without internet.
Exactly.
But you know, good coffee, free coffee.
Yeah.
We don't nickel and dime our customers.
Yep.
And it's just a necessity for business, I think.
No,
and it's that hospitality that we want to play into.
Yeah. I think the whole setup is great. And like you said, you can use it to meet people. Like for me, my whole, every business that I run can be done virtually, except for signing documents. There's the last step. I can do it virtually, but it's such a pain in the butt. So I have to meet people in person.
Yeah.
And this would be perfect. Like come in, half an hour, sign documents, get out.
Yeah. We allow our meeting rooms to be booked in 15-minute increments.
Nice.
We don't want to do bad business. It's just good, honest business. And if that's all you need to sign that document and close the deal, then we're just going to take 15 minutes of your, you know, money.
Yep.
You know, why charge for a full hour?
Exactly. And see, that's the thing is when you do the right thing for people, it helps them increase their, or just sustain their business. Like you said, a lot of people open up a business and within 3-5 years, they're out.
Right.
And so having the capability of being able to sustain it in this manner versus paying rent, whether rent is $300, $500, $1,000 a month when you're not there. I mean, that's a huge benefit.
And, you know, that one meeting that lasted 15 minutes, it's going to equate to 2 more closes next month.
Yes. Yep.
And it's, again, if we help our members, we're going to be rewarded in the end.
Right.
But we have a beautiful space. It's not 100% occupied or fully in use. So let's grow that business and make some great connections and make some money along the way and have everybody win. Just win-win solutions.
Yeah. So touching off that is, what are some other perks of people using the office? For example, if they have the mailbox or like having the virtual, or the office space.
Sure.
listed.
So let's start with virtual mailboxes. It's an address here at 801 West Big Beaver, Suite 300. If you create a business, that's what you put as the address, your name, your company, so that we know how to sort the mail, but that's the front of your business. And by doing that, you're going to get better safety and security by not registering your LLC perhaps at home. If you're ever running a business where, you're helping people out, and perhaps there could be a disgruntled service, maybe you're a DJ, a wedding goes wrong, someone knows where you live. There's safety and security in registering a business here at 801 West Big Beaver, Suite 300 in Troy, Michigan. And also the Google and Bing analytics. The algorithms play more into a more well-established business address like that rather than your house. And then the third thing with the mailboxes that I've heard recently is that lenders, when applying for business credit, you're generally viewed more as a higher risk if your business is established at your home address.
I see.
So there could be added benefits in lending by having a more professional address. So that business address, we ask $69 a month, and it's a la carte. Use it for 1 month, use it for 6 months. We can forward your mail to wherever you're landing your yacht on, the coast of Greece or wherever. You can expand your company up and down the East Coast of the United States in 13 different states because there's different Office Evolution products, but you can have that physical presence of sales, of marketing, construction, whatever it is that you're promoting up and down, the East Coast. And now you're thinking more globally as a company of one with these options that, are in front of you.
Right. Yeah. It's always good to have the options and getting those extra benefits that people might not know about when running their business, especially if they're an individual. It's always hard. People try to scale their business, but you can't put the cart before the horse. So being able to do in 15-minute increments, come here, or just have a mailbox that looks good on paper or online for Google or
Yep.
whatever, that's huge. And at least having the ability to maximize your ability to sustain your business.
And that's the starting point. Start with a mailbox, $69 a month. Let's see how we can help you grow your business. From there, we have drop-in space. We have reciprocity, 85 locations nationwide within Office Evolution. So if your qualifications take you across state lines, you can potentially drop into other Office Evolution locations. But if you're to consider a private office, the mailbox comes with it. And our private offices start at $4.99 a month with a 12-month commitment. We also do, if you want something for 1 month, 6 months, we can do a private office with that as well. Comes fully furnished with steel case furniture, optional variable height desks, steel case chairs, guest chairs, a filing cabinet, and it's turnkey. All we do, we put your name tag, your name, your business, whatever you want to put on the front door, and you got a private office. And the mailbox is included with that. So at $4.99 a month, mailbox is included.
Nice.
Don't need to add that cost on. We try to keep things real simple with no nickel and diming. Black and white copies are 15 cents. Color copies are 30 cents. We're just looking to, cover our costs. It's not necessarily a profit center, but the printer does cost money, for a contract and service and things like that.
Yep.
But with our private offices, one of the greatest value propositions there would be, again, safety and security. We're in a very secure building. Huntington Bank did business here for 30 years. We have a couple vaults in the building. So it's very secure. Then one thing that we offer that's different than some competitors is privacy. There's a lot of privacy film when you walk around and see some of these offices. We wanted to set ourselves apart, not make it a fishbowl, not be able to see what's going on in that conference room because there's, protected information up on the screen. So then privacy. And then I think our third greatest value proposition would be flexibility, because We don't just offer private offices for 1 month, commitments, but we have 2 day use offices that are fully staged, fully set up for rent, for use by the hour or day. $20 an hour, $90 for the day. So for that CPA that wants to stack appointments 2 days out of the month, bring your clients in. You could see 7 of them. You could be a therapist as well. We have a therapy room that's staged. So therapists could bring clients through, would take $100, for the day. And hopefully you can do 600-700,
Right.
depending on who you're meeting with.
Yeah, no, I like that because, like you said, stack people all together in that one day, and then you can maximize your money. Like, for example, for me, if I said, okay, I only close on Mondays, so schedule 10, 15 people closing on Monday.
Yep.
Once a week, I can get by for $90 a day, $360 a month for getting potentially 60 people in and out. So that's huge.
And it's just an honest conversation. When people come through and check out a product, it's tell me about your business. I would love to hear what you're passionate about. What do you need to be successful? And let's tailor something that fits your needs. Cause no one likes being sold something that they don't want or they don't need.
Right. Or
And
being
it,
stuck with that.
exactly. And, keep budget in mind, but, hopefully growing business together. I mean, that's our number one goal. If we can help our clients be successful,
Right.
that's going to mean good things for us. And, the community that we're building, like with Joe and his team, and all these different people that we meet. I mean, just so many like-minded, positive interactions with good people, which is fulfilling to get out of the house, have a little water cooler talk with, somebody new in a different market, learn something, down a different avenue. It's interesting.
Yeah,
And
'cause
then,
I've been working from home full time for the past 12 years now. And you do need to have some interaction with people who go crazy. So.
well, if you ever take a step, I know you live a little far away
Yeah,
from us,
yeah.
but my wife ran her business out of our home.
Okay.
And it wasn't until we got that business out of the house that we didn't realize the impact of separation of church and state. She was running an e-commerce business where late at night she'd get an order and she'd get excited and she'd want to pack up that product and get it ready to ship out. And work never turned off.
Yeah. Yes. Yep.
And this place allows it to be an extension of your home, 24/7 access. So if you get a private office, you get a little key fob and you can come in Sunday night at 11 p.m. and get work done. If that's what you need. But it helps to, allow for that time for the human body to, the human mind to decompress as you leave work and get ready for family mode, because it's tough to do that whole process, while you're opening a handle on a door.
Right.
And you transition from the office to your home life in a split second.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
So how did you guys get into Office Evolution?
We have known about it for a while through some family members. Scott and Cindy Barroway, they own 2 locations of Office Evolution out in Denver, which is where this product was originated and developed. So it's just, it just sounded so interesting for years, just the caliber, quality type of people that they're around and just constantly learning. I never want to stop learning. And part of that, surrounding yourself with great people. And this product, interested me in that. And more so my wife, and she is trying to get out of her day, still working her day job.
Yep.
And she's an engineer in,
I didn't know that.
a male dominated world, for,
What kind of engineer and where does she work at?
military
Okay.
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like defense.
Defense and military.
Okay.
Yep. And she's a transmission lead. She's an engine engineer, transmission guru.
Oh, nice.
So she can hang with the boys.
Yes, I work on internal combustion engines. I'm an engineer also.
Okay.
I have an electrical engineering degree.
All right.
So
and I'm a plastics engineer.
Yeah. See.
Yeah,
Okay. So there we go. So I work for the federal government and I work on patents for internal combustion engine applications.
Okay.
So
you've seen her
yes,
company's name. I'm sure.
Yes, I'm probably good
Yeah,
with you. I don't work on
absolutely.
the actual. I've been there for 11 years now, and I've probably worked on the details of the transmission 3 times max,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
But most of my stuff is on the control of the
Yeah.
transmission or of the engine, stuff like that. So,
But getting back to our story
Yeah.
of Office Evolution, real quick,
Yep.
it's where we come from. It's just a traditional. We're both college educated, employed, hardworking, hard saving, hard earning, and that's what got us to this opportunity of Office Evolution. But we just love the product. We just kept saying, this is the greatest franchise that no one's ever heard of. Like,
yeah, I
it's
agree.
it's made the Forbes top 500 franchises over the last 5 years, I want to say.
Okay.
And we were just acquired by United Franchise Group out of Florida, a new franchise kind of mothership.
Okay.
So we were acquired by UFG, United Franchise Group, and they know franchising a bit better than our previous owners.
Okay.
So they're helping us streamline everything, connect everything, working on that reciprocity. They also have a second brand under their CoWorks division called Venture X.
Okay.
So that is now our sister company.
Okay.
And we're still working on reciprocity with that. But beyond the 85 Office Evolution locations that are standing today, we have merged and become sister companies with, Venture X.
Okay.
So there's a location in Detroit for that, for a different type of feel. They're likening, this co-working office product into the hotel industry. Work where you want to work in the type of flavor environment that you want to work. If it's more techie, open, collaborative, that flavor exists.
Okay.
And we're just staying in our lane and doing what feels comfortable for us.
Okay.
But I think you're going to see a lot of different co-work products come up in the market. And it's just all flavor and, personal preference. I would say go where you feel valued, where you think you can grow your business. Hopefully you're not nickel and dimed and,
Yeah.
it's just, good, honest business.
Yeah. No, I like the upfront, hey, this is how much it's going to cost. The nickel and diming thing is horrible.
Yeah.
Sometimes, so.
We've heard horror stories from other products around, and you have a discrepancy on an invoice and it's sent off into this multiverse black hole of is there a ticket number probably associated with it, but
Right.
you never really hear back on that discrepancy.
Yeah.
Another horror story would be client was doing a closing, and the customer that he was closing with, was like, yeah, sure, let's have a coffee. You got a coffee? And they had to then, the client that was using the co-work service, they had to go to the front desk and be like, I need to purchase one of your coffee cards because you charge for coffee.
Yeah.
And it made it like a real awkward conversation, they said. And then the customer felt bad for asking for coffee. Like, oh, I didn't know this was such a ordeal to get a 50-cent cup of coffee.
Right.
But no, business comes first here at Office Evolution.
Yeah,
We
and
provide snacks. And
How long have you guys been open?
since November,
Okay.
roughly. And we got 62 private offices ranging from small to medium to large. Teams of 1 to 4, I would say.
Okay.
We fit real well, but there can be multiple office deals made. I'm the owner of the franchise. I would shake the hand on the deal, whatever you're looking to have made. We also include $60 of credits a month, to be used towards our podcast room, day use offices, and conference rooms. So if you need a little bit more time there, you're going to use the conference rooms frequently. Let's work out a deal that, gets you a private office, but a little bit more time, or maybe some free copies, some, X amount of color copies, a month, and whatever it helps to grow your business. And that's what we're willing to do.
Yeah. No, I definitely like the setup because, like you said, it's all about helping people succeed. And then the more that they succeed, then the more that they'll use your services, and then more they'll tell other people to use the services. So I definitely agree with, what you guys are doing here. Is there any other information that you would like people to know about what you guys offer?
We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. We have a receptionist, Melissa. That's a fabulous business center manager, is what we call her. But she's also our Office Evolution mom. She takes care of everyone. Service with a smile. She's fantastic. She's also a notary.
Yeah, see, that's a big one. I know Melissa. Melissa's great. The notary thing is a good perk to have because I would need a notary or a second witness. And then a lot of times when I was out before, I would say you either need to bring a witness with you or I would have to bring a witness with me. And then I'm a notary, then I would have to notarize it. And it just became, or I would tell somebody they would need a witness. They would tell me the person's name. I would print the documents out with that witness's name.
Right.
And then they were like, oh, well, they couldn't show up. So I have a different person. Like, okay, well, that's not going to work out.
Yeah. No, we probably got about 3 notaries in the building.
Okay.
And then Huntington Bank in the parking lot also has a notary. Like,
yeah,
it's great to have that basis covered.
Yes.
When you need a signature for sure. No, just, the mail plans, we customize anything. So a lot of clients, they just want conference room plans. They might be working in a small, minimalist type work environment somewhere else, and they need a place to hold a meeting for 16 people.
Yeah.
So we have just a strict conference room plan. So just really the options are endless and flexible. We're here in a big, beautiful building, 801 and 803 West Big Beaver in Troy, Michigan. They're connected by a big, beautiful atrium, and we're in 801 on the 3rd floor. And Huntington Bank is in our parking lot. If you use them for your banking, an ATM is just a quick walk away, and they got a fantastic director over there that we know on a first name basis, and we've got a great relationship with the bank as well.
Yeah. So a more personal thing for us, just so I don't forget, because I just got reminded of it. I was talking to Melissa about doing a conference, like a lunch and learn with me, you, and maybe a couple other people from SNG. So
fantastic.
Remind me later. And
we're always hosting
Yes.
parties.
Yes.
We've been slacking this month because we're going on vacation next week.
Oh yeah, where are you going?
We're gonna go to Hilton Head.
Okay. Nice.
Our spot in Sanibel Island has been compromised after Hurricane Ian that we've been going to. So we're gonna try Hilton Head here for the first time.
Yeah, we were thinking of doing that. We might go in the summer.
Great.
So let me know how that is.
Yeah, I think it'll be great. Yeah,
Okay.
it should be excellent.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. So what stuff do you like to do in your free time?
Free time?
Yeah.
I just being in the outdoors, I'd say.
Okay.
Camping, hiking, biking, spending time with my family, my daughter, my wife. That's what we're working so hard for, is to spend more time together as a family. We got some crazy ideas. Maybe in a couple years we might tour the US in an RV and start doing YouTube channel on all the Office Evolution locations and touring around the country, visiting national parks. Everything from ideas like that to just, opening up a second location of Office Evolution potentially.
Yeah.
We hope to end up doing exactly what we love, and that's just spending time together as family.
Yep.
And hopefully enjoying the outdoors as well.
How old is your daughter?
2.5. She'll be 3 in July.
Okay, nice.
And I only got one so far, but yeah, opening up a business puts a lot of stress on the relationship and family and everything.
Oh yeah.
But we're doing good.
Yeah. No, yeah.
We just have a SBA loan with a variable interest rate that we gotta get over here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know how it is. So, my youngest is 3.5.
Excellent.
So I know where you guys are at with the kids and work and all that stuff. I know exactly.
So is 3 easier than 2?
He is a little bit different, but I have 3 kids.
Right.
So I have a 9, 8, and a 3-year-old.
But I mean,
yes,
having
generally,
2 is a shock,
yeah.
right? But does 3 help?
So I think once you're able to get the kid potty trained, that's the
we're right
point.
there.
So it's not necessarily the age itself, but between 2 to 3, they go through these emotional phases of, like, for 1 month, my son was, he he went to daycare from like 6 months old to he's still going to daycare, right? He had like he was fine the whole time. Like he was bye dad, he didn't even care that I was leaving. For like 1 month or so, he was like attached to me.
Yeah.
So they go through these emotional stages between 2 to 3 that you're like, what is going on here?
Yeah. I think our bath time routine has gotten there.
Yeah. So it's like for 1 month throughout that year, something
Yeah.
is going to be like, what are you doing?
I know. There's something flips,
Yeah.
a switch flipped with the
Yes.
bathroom routine, and it's screaming bloody murder now.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not fun.
Yep. So I think from up until you get her potty trained, then I think that's where you kind of get some independence.
Little breathing room.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
4 years old is like the key, like for traveling and all that stuff, that I would say once your kids are 4 years old and older, where you're like, all right, let's go. We can go places now.
Well, I love it.
That's
We
the
got
age.
finance and kids in common.
Yes.
We could talk all day.
Yeah. So, and then traveling. So you got to let me know.
Absolutely.
Hilton Head, how that is. We're planning on maybe going there. But we just drove to Florida. So I don't know if you've done that before.
Not with 3 kids.
Yeah.
I've done it. Yeah.
It was better than what I thought.
It's about 22, 24 hours straight, depending on where you're going.
Yeah. So we went 20 hours there on the way there, 23 hours on the way back because of traffic.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's impressive. And you're still standing.
And I'm still here. Yes. So it was better. It was good enough that we would contemplate going other places driving as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah, absolutely. We've done Northern Michigan, stuff like that.
Yeah. That's our go-to is usually Northern Michigan, but
Nice.
we were asked to go to Florida, and the ticket flights are so expensive. It's like
Absolutely.
it was going to cost like $5,000 for flights. So yeah. No, that's awesome. Okay, so how do people get in touch with you to start up with Office Evolution, or just to talk to you about options?
We have a virtual tour of our space on LoopNet.
Okay.
You can search for Office Evolution Troy and check out our website for some pictures.
Okay.
Troy.mi@officeevolution.com is our business center manager's email. So Melissa will get that. We can send some paperwork, rudimentary pricing, but we invite anyone and everyone listening to come in and check it out for yourself, see it with your own eyes. It does it justice a little bit more, I think, in my opinion. And we also offer a free trial. So try it before you buy it.
Yeah.
Come on in, get a private office for a day or a week. Talk to me. I'll make sure it happens. See what it's like getting your business out of your home and experiencing the Office Evolution culture, seeing if it's productive for you. You know, perhaps you're working for one of the big 3 automotive companies and you're in a small home with a couple dogs, and every time there's a delivery, dogs are barking, you're on a call. Maybe you have the type of awesome boss that you can have a conversation with on like, hey, $400, $500 a month, would you help me get into a co-working product so that I can work more productively, get out of this home that I'm sorry just isn't fit for being a home office that I was kind of forced into. Maybe you can have that conversation. But come on in and try it out and see if the shoe fits pretty much. And would love to learn more about your business. And, you know, maybe you're just a student, need a quiet study area. You know, we've had a few doctors come through studying for board exams, and, you know, they're fantastic, and just let them be, hang out, drink all the coffee you want, get your stuff done, be successful.
Yeah. No, I agree with coming in to see it, because us explaining it is not good enough. That's my opinion.
And I would say we're located in the center of Troy. We're right next to the PNC building, which is a very iconic landmark, but it's 801 West Big Beaver, Suite 300, Office Evolution in Troy, Michigan.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that information. And that's how you can get a hold of Brandon. I would definitely recommend, if you are even interested remotely of the idea, I would say just call or come in and check it out just to get an idea of whether or not it would work for you. Thanks, Brandon, for joining us.
Thank you, Joe.
And Thanks, Matthew Jadon. Love that place. He came for the S&G event when you guys were hosting that event, and we had a great time. So
Yep.
you gotta throw another event for
Yeah,
people
we've
to come
done
check
everything
out.
from Euchre night to lunch and learns.
Okay.
You know, where people can learn about business or ChatGPT or whatever the new topic is that week.
Yeah.
But yeah, we really want to build that great sense of community. So yeah, look for our events coming up. We're going to start posting them on Eventbrite and the more neighborhood websites so that people can hear about it and come on in. But it's a great space conducive for networking.
I have a request for poker night.
Poker night. Well, we were doing euchre night, and now it's summer, and I don't think people want to like stay inside. It's like bowling leagues don't really start up in
Yeah.
April, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But in the fall, yes, I think that's a fair request. We can do a poker night.
Okay,
We'll do
awesome.
euchre, poker.
Sounds good.
Absolutely, we'll get it
Okay.
going.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me and giving us all this information on Office Evolution. For all of your estate planning needs, remember that you can call me 248-914-8146. You can email me at joe@dalloestateplanning.com or visit our website, dalloestateplanning.com, to get more information about estate planning. And thank you for joining us. Thanks, Brandon, for being on this episode. Joe knows, so you don't have to.